Hello, my name is olayemi, a participant in the MNM Nigeria community. In this short video, I'll be talking about four things. The very first thing I'll be talking about is the ideology of MNM. The second one is how it works. The third, the rules of MNM. And the fourth thing I'll be talking about are the benefits embedded in MNM Nigeria community. But first, what is MMM? MMM is a global community of financial aid and donation exchange. MMM is a social network that connects the one who wants to donate money with the one who wants to get money. Now, participants transfer money directly to each other. It's a peer-to-peer system. There are no central accounts. It will not collect your money. Now, who we are. Now, we are over 138 million members worldwide. Currently in over 107 countries. Now, it is the largest donation exchange network in the world. Now, in 1994, MMM held 1/3 of the entire cash in Russia. It was recently reported that the Bitcoin price has been driven up, or is being driven up, just because of MMM. Now, we are a community that builds on helping people becoming free. Now, the MMM ideology. Now, the MMM ideology is such that it helps to create a fair financial system where money will no more be an issue. Now, it also helps to create a platform where there will be no need to go to banks to borrow money to execute whatever project it is you're trying to execute. Now, how does MMM works? How does it work? Now, MMM is a community of people providing for each other financially, on the principle of gratuitousness, reciprocity, and benevolence. Yes, that is how MMM works. Now, in MMM, Mavro is the internal currency of the system. Mavro's amount will start growing from the moment of deposits at the rate of 30% per month. Now, the calculation of interest occurs twice a week, on a Tuesday and on the Thursday. Now, this sum in Mavro shows how much you can request yourself. Now, where does the 30% come from? I know these are questions, or this is a question that runs through the mind of many people, that where does the 30% come from? Now, here is the answer. Now, the 30% comes from this. This is how it comes about. Now, there is no interest rate in MMM. In MMM, after you donate money, you get rewarded with Mavro. Now, Mavro is an index of your attribute to the development of the community. This index grows at 30% per month. It is just a technical term. Programmers can adjust this growth rate of Mavro at any point in time. Now, the amount of Mavro and its growth rate can be decreased, it can be increased, it can be stopped, and also it can be cancelled. Now, this is where 30% comes from. Now, you provide help. Now, when you provide help, it is just as if you are depositing your money into the system. Now, for new members deposit money into the system. Existing members also deposit money into the system. Now, the 30% comes from, new members that provide help or that deposit money into the system. It also comes from existing members who redeposit into the system. It is just like a circle. It's like a circle. It runs around and round about the circle. That is where 30% comes from. Now, let's talk about the benefits of MMM. Now, we are offering a mutual aid program with 30% growth per month for your donations. Now, we provide help and receive help. We provide help and receive 30% or more. Now, this is one of the benefits, registration bonus. Now, after you've registered and you've made your first donation, this participant receives a bonus of $20. That is, if he donates $50, between $50 to $499. Now, the same participant gets $50 bonus if his or her donation is between $500 to $2,999. Now, the same participant also gets $100 bonus if his donation into the community is more than $3,000. Now, this is another benefit in terms of a referral program. Now, you get 10% from all donations of the participant you invited. As an assumption, if you invite, for example, 50 people, now you'll be getting 10% on those 50. Now, each and every point in time, those 50 you referred, provide help, you get 10% of whatever they provide. Now, inviting new members from the community is your additional contribution to its development. That is very important. Those are major benefits. Now, become a manager by finishing a 10 days online schooling and earn the manager bonus. Now, when you become a manager or a guider, now this is a list of your referral bonuses from levels to levels, from generations to generations. Now, you get 5% from your first level donation, 3% from your second, 1% from your third, 0.5% from the fourth level, 0.25 from the fifth, and so on. Now I want to talk about the risk of MMM. It is pertinent that every participant in this community is aware of the risk involved in doing MMM. Now, MMM is a committee for peer-to-peer money exchange. Thus, MMM only redistributes money between its participants, connecting a donator to a recipient. Therefore, in order that the mutual aid process may be beneficial and not be stopped, the number of participants donating money should generally increase. Yes, in other words, there should be a greater number of PHs than GHs. So that means in the community, there should be a greater number of those that are providing help than those that are getting help. This is going to make the community stable and balanced. The community constantly works to improve the reliability of the mechanism of mutual assistance. However, it may happen that those who have donated money will not receive help back. That is why when you log on to our website, we always say donate only your spare money. Let's take that again. Donate only your spare money. However, for many years of operation, we have proven the system reliability, and MMM have implemented various mechanisms to make donations exchange processes more stable and beneficial. And again, I want to talk about the rules for safe participation in MMM. Now, the very first rule: do not have a multiple account. You can always PH as many times as you want with just one account. Now, what is the penalty? The penalty is that all accounts will be permanently blocked and you will be banned. Rule 2: do not share email or bank details with any other member. The penalty: you will all be blocked from getting help until you give identity proofs. 3: Do not delay in paying for your order. Penalty, you will be blocked. 4. Do not edit your banking details or change passwords less than 15 days before getting a penalty. Your GH will be delayed for 14 days. Rule 5. Do not click the I refuse to make payment button for more than once in a month. Penalty, you will be blocked. The 6th rule, do not make deposits and fail to attach proof of payment. Penalty, you will be blocked. The 7th rule, do not fail to confirm your payment. Penalty, you will be blocked. Rule 8, do not allow your family members to pay more than you do. If they have more than the amount you paid or to donate, let them do it through your own personal office or tell them to register through your guidance link. Penalty, you will be blocked. The 9th rule, always remember to write your letter of happiness after every GH, that is, after every withdrawal. The maximum days to write it after a withdrawal is 3 days. If you fail to do so, you will be blocked. Now, this is just the ideology video of MMM with MMM Nigeria. Together we change the world. Bye for now.